Hey everyone, welcome back. I can't believe we're already at the end of the year, which means I'm looking at my shelves and realizing I still have some amazing books I haven't picked up yet. These are some books I really want to read before the year ends, books I already own and am genuinely excited about. To make it a little more fun, I've grouped them into a few categories. Books I have multiple copies of because apparently they were popular for book boxes. Some book of the month picks I haven't gotten to yet. A couple of winter or Christmas mysteries. And finally, the ones I've been excited about for a while, but keep putting off because I've hyped them up so much in my head. So let's get into it. So the first category are books I have 2 copies of. So apparently Fairy Loot and Owl Crate are often in sync because a few of their special editions this year ended up being the same books, which means I now have 2 copies of several books I'm really excited to read and find out if I like them, and if I even want to keep 1 copy of them, let alone the 2 that I have. The first book is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. This one sounds like a lush, dark fantasy with a little bit of fae mythology and political tension. I've heard it has that moody, emotional tone that's perfect for colder months, and I'm really excited to see what the atmosphere is like. Next up is Evocation by S.T. Gibson. This is a gothic fantasy with ritual magic, forbidden power, and a lot of supernatural energy. I've only read A Dowry of Blood by this author, which I did really enjoy, so I'm curious to see how this compares. It sounds like it could be equally dark and lyrical, but I've also seen a lot of really mixed reviews about this book. The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. I think this one's a romantic fantasy with some secrets and prophecies mixed in. It sounds like the kind of story that balances emotional stakes with adventure, and I've been hearing great things about it. But again, similar to the last one, I've also heard some mixed reviews. I'm hoping I like this book because the editions are just gorgeous. And finally for this section, I have Gifted and Talented by Olive E. Blake. I've seen a lot of conversation around Olive E. Blake's books, but I haven't actually read them yet. This one sounds like it's mysterious and academic, and supposed to have her signature mix of sharp writing and strange, compelling characters. So I'm looking forward to finally seeing what her style is like. The next category are Book of the Month picks. If you've been following my channel, you've seen that I've been trying to go through my backlog of Book of the Month books. In general, I'm trying to get to a point where I'm reading subscription box books a lot faster and not keeping them on my shelf for a year or longer. So because of that, I wanted to pull a couple of my Book of the Month picks that I've been meaning to read but haven't gotten around to yet. Both of these seem like great choices to close out the year, even if I can't read any of the other ones. One's a little spooky, which tends to be my preference, and one is very winter and cozy leaning. So the first is Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. I've seen Rachel Harrison's name pop up a lot in horror and speculative fiction circles, but I haven't read anything by her yet. This one sounds like it mixes some dark humor with messy friendships and a witchy twist, which I tend to really enjoy. So I'm hoping I enjoy this book. And next is Winter in New York by Josie Silver. This one sounds like a warm, comforting holiday romance, which is why I had pushed it off until this time of year. From what I've heard, Josie Silver's books always seem to be described as having an emotional, feel-good energy to it. So I've been saving this for when I want something cozy and low stress to read that is perfect for this time of the year. So that Josie Silver book is a great transition into the next category, which are Christmas or winter themed reads. I do like mixing in a few seasonally appropriate reads, even though I don't try to match the season all the time with what I'm reading. And I enjoyed last year doing that with some mystery thriller types of books. So still blending that spooky, atmospheric kind of read with the holidays. So these next 2 books have that perfect holiday mood with just a little bit of potential murder mixed in. So the first one is The Christmas Murder Game by Alexandra Benedict. This one sounds like it's a holiday mystery set in a creepy old mansion where a family gathers for a puzzle-filled game that turns deadly. I've heard it compared to Knives Out. I've heard a lot of books this year compared to Knives Out, some a little bit more accurately than others. But this one was a comparison of Knives Out and an advent calendar. So I can't wait to see what that's about and how accurate that is. And the second book for this category is Murder at Holly House by Denzel Mayrick. This one sounds like a classic style mystery, so a small town, snow, and a murder to solve. I've been saving it for December because it seemed like it would be the exact kind of book to read this time of year. So again, looking forward to another winter spooky mystery type of book. And the final category are books I've been excited about, but maybe hyped up too much. That probably could be said for a lot of the books I have on my TBR. These are the books that I've been saving, ones that I'm really excited to read but keep putting off because I've hyped them up too much in my head and I'm worried about them not living up to those expectations. I think everyone has a few of those on their shelves. I'm just trying to finally read those and get them off of my TBR list. The first is The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. This one sounds really charming. It's supposed to be a cozy fantasy about a librarian who accidentally starts selling magical spells like they're books. I love the idea of it being wholesome and imaginative, but still heartfelt. It feels like, again, perfect kind of comfort read to end the year with. I've also already purchased the book after this one, so I really hope I like it. It, again, is very, very pretty edition. And the final book I would like to read before the end of the year is Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. This has been on my shelf for a while, and I've both been excited and a little intimidated to start it. I've seen a lot of people describe it as heartbreakingly beautiful, inspired by Shakespeare's families and the themes of grief and love. I really know that I'm saving this one for when I can slow down and really absorb it because, again, it sounds like the perfect book for me and I really want it to be that. So that's my little end of the year TBR, a mix of fantasy, mystery, romance, and some literary fiction that all feels perfectly cozy or emotionally satisfying for this time of year. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these or if you're saving a few special books to finish off your reading year too. I'm really excited to see which ones I actually get through before January hits, and I'm hoping to find some really solid reads and 5-star picks from this list. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.